everyone, so today's video is going to be all about my favorite K-pop albums that were released last year. I know that this is a booktube channel, but I also really like K-pop, in case you can't tell from the shelf that is right here. There's a lot of K-pop albums that are on display and not on display because I don't have enough room in my room to display all of them, so yeah. I want to make more videos around K-pop this year, and I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy that, but I enjoy making them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know that my outfit today is, once again, like I mentioned in my previous video that I filmed today, it's a little bit different than the outfits I usually wear. I don't usually wear jackets that are this loud whenever I move, but I hope you guys don't mind that, because like I already said in that video, I don't get to wear these things a lot because I don't go outside a lot because of my disabilities. So yeah, I hope you guys don't find it too weird because I'm wearing a jacket inside. But let's just get into my favorite K-pop albums of last year. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm gonna do this by mentioning the group first and mentioning the albums that I liked from them that they released, because most of these albums that I'm gonna mention are from specific groups, and I mention basically every single album that they've released last year, because yeah, I basically like every single album of my favorite groups that they release, but some of them I like more than others, but I'm not gonna rank them because that feels weird. And then I'm also gonna mention some honorary mentions, because I do like some songs by other groups, but I didn't like the whole album. It wasn't a bad album, it was just not one of my favorites, but there are some very good songs on there, so I am gonna mention specific songs as well. And yeah, I'm gonna start with, the albums, and the first group that I'm going to start with is ENHYPEN, and they released 2 albums last year, Dark Blood and Orange Blood, and I enjoyed both of them. My favorite songs from Dark Blood, which is the first album that they released last year, are Sacrifice and Bite Me. Now, they have a vampire concept, the group ENHYPEN, they have a vampire concept, that's why they have such titles. But yeah, I especially like Sacrifice. I think it's a really good song, and I hope that someday I get to see them perform it live, because I really like that song. And then the next album that they released last year was Orange Blood, and again, vampire concept. And my all-time favorite song from that album is still Monster. It's an absolute masterpiece in my opinion, and I really like it. Another song I also like from there is Mortal. And yeah, overall, just very good albums that they released. And ENHYPEN never really misses with their albums. I feel just this time with the title track for Orange Blood, it was Sweet Venom, and again has a vampire theme, and I feel that song, it's good, but if Still Monster was a title track, I feel they would have done a lot better in terms of numbers, because Still Monster is way better of a song in my opinion than Sweet Venom. But yeah, again, not really too mad about it, still great albums. Let's move on to the next group. The next group is TXT. They also released 2 albums last year, Temptation and Freefall. The title track for Temptation was actually really, really good. I really enjoyed that title track. It was Sugar Rush Ride. It's very addicting to listen to. Same goes for the title track from Freefall actually. That title track is Chasing That Feeling. And also, once again, really good. I feel TXT never misses with their title tracks, unlike ENHYPEN, who sometimes they do. TXT never misses, and yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of songs on those albums. On the Temptation album, I enjoyed another song, but I can't pronounce it, but it's a song that I'm pretty sure people know which one it is, because I feel it's everyone's favorite song. But on the Freefall album, I really enjoyed Blue Spring. It's a softer song. And yeah, overall Freefall is one of my favorite albums of last year, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see TXT live actually in a couple months. I am really excited for that. I can't wait to see them live. And yeah, let's move on to the next group. The next group is ONEUS. They also released 2 albums last year. As you can tell, it's kind of a thing in K-pop to release 2 albums, and yeah, they released 2 albums. I actually only wrote down 1 album as an album that I really enjoyed, just because the other one didn't live up to my expectations that I had after the album they released before that one, which was Malice. That is one of my all-time favorite albums of just ever. Like, I really like that album. It's such a masterpiece in my opinion, every single song. And yeah, I feel like after that album, the next album that they release, like automatically I'm not gonna enjoy it as much. So yeah, that's not really their fault, that's just me really enjoying the other album. So yeah, but they did release another album last year, and that was La Dolce Vita. I know I probably really mispronounced that title, but I do actually own that album signed by my favorite member of the group. So obviously I have to mention it because I saw them live as well because of that album. And yeah, I didn't actually meet them, in case anyone's wondering. I just ordered that off of a website, and because of some delays that were going on, you could basically request which member you wanted the signed album from, which when I ordered the album, that actually wasn't like a thing. You would just get like a random member, but then because of all of the delays going on and how long it took for us to get those signed albums, they basically said like you can pick which member you want. And so obviously I picked my favorite member, and yeah, it's because of that album that I saw them live, and I have a signed version of it, so obviously it has to be on here. Simulation is one of the songs from that album that I really enjoy, and I'm so glad that I saw it live. And yeah, I'm moving on to the next group now. The next group is Extraordinary Heroes. It's actually not a K-pop group, it's like a K-rock group. They use like instruments and stuff like that, and they don't really dance. So yeah, they released 2 albums last year, Lifelock and Deadlock. And Lifelock is one of my favorite albums of 2023. I really enjoyed it. I listen to it on repeat all the time, and Pluto, one of the songs on there, is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Not just of last year, just of all time. I really enjoy that song, and yeah, I really hope that one day I get to see them live, just because, again, seeing a group like that live that also play instruments live, like I feel like it's such a cool experience that I've never had before, except for with like the Eagles, which I saw with my parents because they're not a K-pop group, they're just like a band, and my parents really like them. That's like the only group that I ever saw live before I got, really disabled. So yeah, I really hope that I get to see them live someday. But from Deadlock, the other album that they released last year, I really enjoyed Man in the Box, and again, it's one of those songs that like you have to hear it live to get like the whole experience. But yeah, you can probably see one of their albums like in one of my shelves because I have like a member version of one of the albums of like my favorite member, and yeah, it's down here somewhere. So yeah, I'm now going to get into the honorary mentions, so just songs I enjoyed from albums, but I'm not going to mention the album because I'm probably not going to remember it because I didn't write it down, but I will mention the artist. And yeah, I enjoyed these songs, but the full album just wasn't really like hitting the spot for favorite albums of 2023, I guess. So yeah, let's just get into them. So my cat has decided to join the party, I guess, and I really hope that he's on screen. I really hope he's not going to play with my hair because he's right behind me. I don't really know what he's doing, but I guess maybe he just wants to eat my jacket or something. But yeah, he usually doesn't really sit with me as I film, so I'm very glad that he is now. So yeah, don't really know what he's gonna do. Anyway, let's just get into the honorary mentions. The first one that I'm gonna mention is In Bloom by Zero Base One. I am also gonna see this group live in like the same concert that I'm gonna see TXT. And when I say that, you guys will probably already know which concert I'm talking about. So for the first time, my cat is actually sitting on my lap as I'm filming, so you guys are being treated today. So yeah, I really enjoy that song, In Bloom. It's really good. I can't wait to hear it live. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat licking my hand, but I'm not gonna stop him. So yeah, let's move on to the next song, and let's hope I can read it off the paper that I have beside me because I'm not gonna move. So yeah, the next song is by Stray Kids, and it's FNF. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like the shortened version of a title, I think. It's also one of my favorite songs of 2023. I think it's really good, and I think my cat is biting my jacket. Anyway, I think it's a really good song, but the album that it was on wasn't one of my favorites. I do have some favorite songs from Stray Kids. I do have some favorite albums from Stray Kids, but that one wasn't one of them. So yeah, that's why their albums aren't on here. And yeah, let's just move on to the next song. The next song is Standing Next to You by Jungkook from BTS. He released a solo album last year and I really enjoyed it, and my cat is actually laying down. He is laying down to bite my jacket, but yeah, I guess in order for my cat to sit on my lap during a video, I guess all I have to do is wear a jacket, because now he's biting everything. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. Okay. So, my cat is biting my jacket, but he is laying down now. I don't even know if you can see him really, but I'm really scared he's gonna destroy this jacket because it's new. But anyway, Standing Next to You, a very good song by Jungkook. Yes or No is also on that album, another really good song. I really enjoyed both of them, but the album just wasn't good enough for me to put it on my favorite albums of 2023, so yeah, moving on. Then next we have Tricky House by Psychers. This was on their debut album. It was actually like their debut song, I believe. It's very good. I really like Psychers. I wish I could see them live, but the venue that they're performing in, that is closest to where I am, wasn't wheelchair accessible, and they only had standing spots, so yeah, that's not gonna work for me. And my cat is staring into the camera, I think, but at least he's laying down for once. So yeah, really enjoy Psychers. I also really enjoyed their title track for their second album, which was Do or Die. Really enjoyed that one as well. I feel like they're gonna become like really popular because I feel like their songs are like really good for like the general public, I guess. And yeah, I hope I get to see them live someday, maybe when they're a bit like older and less new into the K-pop world, because they only debuted last year. So yeah, then next we have Perfect Night by LE SSERAFIM. I don't know if I pronounced their name right, but they are a girl group. And Perfect Night is, I think he's leaving. Okay, so my cat is left now again, and I have time to make everything look good again. So yeah, you guys were treated to my cat actually for once sitting on my lap while I film. He never does that, but I think the only reason that he did that was because I'm wearing a jacket and he's interested in destroying the jacket. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But anyway, Perfect Night by LE SSERAFIM, really good song, really catchy. It's fully in English, and yeah, I really like it. Then next we have another song by a girl group whose name I cannot pronounce, but the song is Maniac. It became very popular on TikTok, and I really enjoy it. Like, it's a really good song, and I feel like I might check out their other songs because that's one of the only songs that I know from them. And it's really good, it's really catchy. I feel like if I was someone who could dance without feeling like my bones were being destroyed as I danced, I feel like I would learn to dance for it because it's very fun looking. And yeah, let's just get into the last two songs on this like list. And it's by the same group, and it's (G)I-DLE. I'm also gonna see them live in a concert that's happening this year. Now that I've mentioned like 3 of the groups that are gonna be there, you probably know which concert it is, considering like that's one of the only concerts happening with those 3 groups, I think. I really like their song Queen Card. It's one of their like title tracks, but I also really like their song Allergy. Like, it's really, really good. It's really catchy. It's one of my favorite songs as well from last year. I was about to say like from the group in general, but I feel like their older songs, like from their debut era, like kind of take the spot for those. Like, Han is a very good song from them. I really enjoy it. And Oh My God is also a really good song. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop the video here because I feel like it was quite an interesting video to film, considering that, again, I never film K-pop videos, and I'm wearing a jacket that I usually don't wear, and then my cat sat on my lap, and yeah, it was a very exciting video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my cat jumping on my desk, and yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sad that I didn't get like a thumbnail with my cat in it, but maybe I can take like a screenshot. So yeah, I guess I could also like put him on my lap once I'm done filming, but I don't know if he's gonna like that. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if this wasn't like very interesting for you, but yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.